What's up, everybody? Welcome to Triggered Wrestling. Today, I want you to know that we're not like any of those other Mark podcasters that all they do is just review episodes and just come out with uneducated takes. I'm here to teach you guys a lesson. Me and Adrian are going to go on an intense discussion of the WWE Cinematic Universe comparable to the Marvel Cinematic Universe on this episode of Triggered Wrestling.
Triggered Wrestling is so awesome all the way around. That gets me triggered.
Ooh, okay, well, let's go with the bad trigger right now.
See, I'm a fan of all of it.
Will force you to watch Triggered Wrestling.
So, Adrian, that post that you made today's October 17th, 2023, you posted, was it a good thing or a bad thing that the Judgment Day won the tag team titles? Is that correct?
Yes.
And I was just going through the comments and I'm like, this is a good thing. Obviously, a clear look at it, you're like, it's a hot potato tag team title, bro. But then as I went through analyzing my notes from Monday Night Raw, analyzing my notes from SmackDown, I've come to realize how intricate the WWE storylines are. They got us thinking that they're in stage one, and I understand what they meant by they're in the middle or the top of the third inning. What did Paul Heyman say?
Top of the third inning.
Top of the third inning, bro. And I'm going to hit you all with some motherfucking facts right now, right? So this whole time, WWE's been playing the long game with all of these storylines, dude. So let's talk about Marvel, right? First, we got Iron Man, the Hulk. We got all those motherfuckers. And then they hit us with the Avengers, right?
Yes.
So at first, we had Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, right? Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, right? Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. So that's kind of what we were going, he's just fighting the same people, blah, 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 blah. We get an issue with the bloodline going on. Drew McIntyre is a heel because of Jey Uso currently, right? Because Cody Rhodes traded Jey for Kevin Owens, right?
Yes.
And Drew, the reason he's a heel now is because he's upset that Cody Rhodes did that, correct? Essentially because of that and because he's just like, he just beat us all up, right, with Roman Reigns, right? So that's all interconnected storyline telling from the Bloodline storyline, correct?
Yes.
On top of that, on Friday Night SmackDown, it was Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns talking about, if you were the tribal chief, what would you do? He said, get Jey. At quick reference, I was just like, oh, how is he going to get Jey? Monday Night Raw, they cost the tag team titles to the Judgment Day, and they get the titles back, which they have their own thing going on as well, the Judgment Day. On top of that, Seth Rollins is essentially a babyface because of Bloodline, and he's got his feud going on with Drew McIntyre. So all of this stuff is all interconnected in the WWE Cinematic Universe, Adrian.
Okay.
So if that isn't long-term fucking storytelling, bro, I don't know what you internet podcast marks want.
Well, technically, they are having, hundreds of rematches. No new people are coming in. Gunther's doing his own thing. Bronson Reed is doing his own thing. So, in a way, yes. But at the same time, it's like rematch after rematch after rematch. At this point, if you have the same people wrestling each other for a whole year, obviously there's going to be something going on. Yeah, so what's the point?
That this is some great fucking storytelling, bro. This has been like 3 years of intense laying down the foundation of what we're seeing here right now. Drew's a heel because of the bloodline. Jimmy's costing Jey the tag team titles, right, for the Judgment Day, and that has their own storyline going on to what they're doing. So it just feels like everything is branched out from this bloodline storyline into great ways. Like Drew's a heel. Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw, he was upset Kevin Owens got traded. They just got back together. Now they're separated again, but now Kevin Owens is going to be going against the bloodline by himself on SmackDown, bro. This is intense.
I mean, when you build no new stars for how many years?
Okay, first of all, Judgment Day, were they stars? Are they stars now? Yes, they are.
Some could argue that yes. Are they jobbers, though? They are.
No, they're not jobbers. They're not jobbers. They're tag team champions. They're North American champions. They're women's world champions. They're not jobbers. Gunther, is he a new star?
One. He was already a star.
No, I just gave you 5. I just gave you 5.
Bro, stop. Really?
Bro, no. We're going there. Logan Paul, is he a star?
YouTube star, yes.
Okay, so Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso have been moved into like the main event scene as opposed to just being random tag teams.
Jey and Jimmy Uso, yeah, they've been top stars.
Okay, and Solo Sikoa, would you say he's the top star? People say that he's going to be the next tribal chief.
Next tribal chief, but when are you predicting that? Because it's not going to be next year.
I mean, he's more than just a mid-carder. You would say he's upper, or lower main card currently. Main event guy.
I still say he's like a enforcer. So he's not really going after a title. He's just there. But hear me out, bro. Man. Judgment Day, bro, stop. They are jobbers, bro. I mean, come on. Finn Balor, 2 title matches, loses both of them, and is awarded a fucking tag team title match. Damian Priest didn't do anything, was in that zombie match. Trash.
Damian Priest was in that zombie match?
Yeah, with Miz.
It was the Miz and him? Oh, fuck. Yeah. I don't remember. Okay.
Performed poorly at Royal Rumble. Missed out on WrestleMania. Lost against Bad Bunny. And gets rewarded Money in the Bank. Rhea Ripley literally has no opponents right now.
She's got no opponents? Are you serious right now? Do you not see this epic throwdown she's about to have with 4 other women? With fucking Nia Jax, who looks like a beast. Raquel Rodriguez looking like a beast currently. Zoe Stark looking like a beast. And Shayna Baszler, she just took out the former UFC something weight world champion. I don't remember what her weight was.
Bro, Nia Jax... That's all it takes just to get a title shot?
Bro.
Why did Zoe Starks get a title shot?
I'm triggered, bro, that you do not see the star power and the growth of WWE right now.
Why is Zoe Starks getting a title shot? Please explain to me the 3-month-long story on how she's getting a title shot.
Zoe Stark? I forgot how she got it. Because she got squashed by Nia Jax. But she's in this involved.
Raquel Rodriguez lost already.
Yes.
And... what about the other match? She lost to what now?
But now it's a 5-way. It's a 5-way now because
she lost twice.
They're all in the mix because they're all attacking. But regardless, you're not excited for this? I'm excited for this, Adrian.
Bro, did you see Raw?
It was good, bro. They gave me main event quality matches.
Did you see when the women were fighting against each other?
Yeah, what about it?
The crowd was quiet as fuck, mild.
That doesn't matter, bro.
Nobody's excited,
it's known that WWE lowers the crowd noise because it's too loud to hear what's going on in there. Bro.
Nia Jax, why is she getting a title shot?
Because she just came back, bro. That's why. She never cashed in her her debuting title match.
So you're just making up stars just because they're getting title shots out of nowhere?
Bro, so they actually carry themselves like stars, bro, first of all.
Who?
See, this is a triggering way to start the fucking episode. Let us know what you think. What do you think about this WWE Cinematic Universe that they got going on with all the shows that you have to watch every show to understand kind of what's going on? And like NXT's must watch, SmackDown's been must watch. Now Monday Night Raw is getting some crossover from SmackDown and NXT. Everything's interconnected like it was in the Attitude Era, dude.
Bro, stop. Attitude Era had different people going off against each other. This right here, we've been seeing the same feuds over and over and over and over. How many times have we seen Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens?
What I'm trying to say, though, is like, what happens on SmackDown matters on what happens on Monday Night Raw and NXT.
Or it could just be lazy booking, that they're just booking lazy matches, singles matches, and then DQs, and then forcing a rematch, or
whatever.
Bro, we have, how many DQs do we have per show in WWE? Like at least 2 or 1.
One? No, not even, bro. Like, yes, we had one this episode, which was the Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler, but that was the only one.
What about Dominic Mysterio and main event Jimmy Uso? 2 interferences. Come on, bro.
Hold on a second. Which one you said?
The main event, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso versus Judgment Day.
That wasn't a disqualification.
We had an interference. So they forced...
Oh, but you said disqualification. That's a different thing, bro.
Yeah, but they're always doing the same thing over and over. Just so Mark podcasters can be like, oh my God, the story is going to another level. The story is continuing. Bro, they literally cannot write anything. That's all they do. A DQ or an interference or something like that. And then they're like, oh, well, we gotta force a rematch. We gotta do something. Bro, jobbers are getting rematches nonstop in WWE. Come on.
I don't want to call them jobbers, bro, but the same thing could be said in AEW. But either way, let us know what you think in the comments section. Who's right here? Is WWE going through a storyline renaissance here, or are they not? So, Adrian, we had an interesting weekend. You want to tell our triggered army about it?
Yeah, bro, we had an amazing weekend. We met the legend himself, Último Dragón, at Barrio Toys. And then later on that day, we met the hardcore legend, Tommy fucking Dreamer, bro. It was a great weekend. Great weekend to be a wrestling fan. I liked it. How about you?
I had a great time at the Barrio Toys meeting Ultimo Dragon. Great, man. We discussed a couple things. One of the things that he discussed, or we discussed together, was the conversation that he said he wanted to have with Chris Jericho about having one final match with him and finishing off the story with Chris Jericho. And I don't even know if I am worthy of breaking the news, Adrian. So you go ahead and kind of let the listeners know.
Yeah, well, right after we met him, I asked him, like, hey, just want to ask a question. Are you going to have that final match with Chris Jericho? And if so, when is it going to happen? And then he's like, well, nothing is set in stone right now. Jericho actually invited me to the Jericho Cruise in January. So then they're going to talk and then they're going to work something out. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'd be exciting to see, especially if it was actually on the Jericho Cruise. That would be a great match to see because Ultimo Dragon's in great shape. Like, he puts a lot of wrestlers to shame. But let me see. So after that, we drove all the way across town to a little place called Supreme Pro Wrestling. We got to meet Tommy Dreamer, the Impact Digital Media champion. Took some pictures. We got to see a great show out there. We got to see a, I don't even know, WWE Superstar Battle Royal with the local talent.
Yeah, like a costume battle royale.
Costume Battle Royal. That was interesting. We got to see Jack Cartwheel make an appearance. Of course, he was challenging for the AAA Mega Championship against Hijo del Vikingo, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Daga back at Triple Mania in Mexico City. He actually had won a title there, so I was surprised to see somebody of his stature, his name, winning the SPW Extreme Championship.
Yeah, so I think after winning that championship, I think he's going to show up every third Sunday at SPW from now on. So that's going to be exciting.
At least till Christmas, I would say. No, I was kidding.
Probably.
Shit. Probably he'll be there, because he's probably be in town anyways for the holidays. But not to take any credit away from that victory. We also got to see the SPW World Championship change hands. Scoot Robinson losing to Olumide Dark Fox of the Appeal. And the interesting name there is because he was actually on AEW Dark a couple moons ago. Is that correct, Adrian?
Yeah, it was here in Sacramento, California.
It's always good to see these up-and-coming talent, get their titles, their wins, show off their big things on the bigger companies. So congrats to them. Of course, we will be there at SPW next month as well. So stay with us for news on where you can catch us next. Speaking of where you can catch us next, we have Thunder Rosa appearing at Barrio Toys at a meet and greet. Thunder Rosa will be making an appearance at the Barrio at Barrio Toys November 12th from 2 to 4 p.m. We will be there doing what we do best, and come down, talk to us, talk some wrestling stuff with us. Let us know what you think. All right, Adrian. So, is there anything you want us to talk about before we get into our Monday Night Raw quick review?
Nah, I'm ready.
Ready. All right. So, I just wanted to talk about these banger matches that we had. Main event quality matches. Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The Falls Count Anywhere match. Shinsuke Nakamura wins via pinfall with the Kinshasa. Ricochet does a shooting star press off of the balcony onto a bunch of people ready to catch him, but it doesn't matter. It's not enough. Shinsuke Nakamura wins. What did you think about this great match, Adrian?
I thought it was great. It went all over the place. It went backstage. It went up to the stands where the people were at. I saw Ricochet get an assist from a fan, so that's pretty cool. I like the match. It was pretty cool. And, could this mean that a feud is going to brew potentially with Shinsuke and Ricochet? I think so.
Well, they've been feuding for a while. Is this the end of the feud? I do not think so. I think there's still somewhere else where this can possibly go. Does this lead us into like Survivor Series and a Iron Man match? Who knows? But I would like to see them fight again. We do get to see a backstage segment with Tegan Knox, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. So this essentially sets up the next match, which is Piper Niven versus the resident legendary jobber in Natalya. I mean, you see Natalya in a match, she's probably going to lose, and she loses here to Piper Niven.
Yup, and some kid in the audience went home with a souvenir too. That was pretty cool.
Well, I saw online people said if that boy paid for the additional add-ons for the meet and greet. Man, so if you don't know what we're talking about, I can Google it. Because just like WWE, this is PG, bro. PG. Even though sometimes we cuss. But technically, we're not PG. Anyways, moving on. Chelsea Green and Piper beat down Natalya. But Tegan Knox comes and makes a save. Let's go ahead and go through the Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre promo. A lot of things are said, and we kind of went through this in our opening segment here. Seth Rollins calls out Drew McIntyre for speaking backstage with Rhea Ripley about how Drew McIntyre just wants to worry about himself now that he's a big failure because he lost to Roman Reigns. And Drew McIntyre says, I beat Brock Lesnar in front of nobody, in front of crickets. And then he tried to get his second chance and lost to Roman Reigns. So this is kind of a different side of Drew McIntyre. And this is going to set up their match at Crown Jewel. I would personally love, obviously, I like Seth Rollins. So I think Seth Rollins is going to win. And this is going to solidify Drew McIntyre's full heel turn. But I would actually like Drew McIntyre to win.
Oh, shit. You think he's going to win?
I don't think he's going to win.
Bruh.
But I would like for him to win. I feel like that'd be a good thing for the story.
Yeah, I think if it goes to Crown Jewel, I think Rollins is going to come out on top. I mean, after everything he took against Shinsuke at Fastlane, no way he's going to lose one-on-one or in a regular-ass match. If it's a gimmick match, who knows? But still, I mean, Seth Rollins was injured, quote unquote, at Fastlane, so I don't think nobody can stop him at this moment. So I think it's just going to be another victim for Seth Rollins right now. And Drew McIntyre is, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he better win.
We'll see what goes on with that. So moving on, we get a hype reel for Logan Paul beating Dylan Dennis and then calling out Rey Mysterio for the United States title. So this kind of solidifies that Logan Paul's coming back to SmackDown. What do you think about Logan Paul calling out Rey Mysterio, Adrian?
It was random, but this match is probably going to happen at Crown Jewel, and Logan Paul is going to come out victorious, and once again, the US title is going to mean nothing, just like a few other titles in WWE. I don't know, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. He's a part-timer, YouTuber, not even a full-time wrestler, and he's taking chances away from other people, you know? That's the way I see it, but, you know, the marks over there, they just want the views, the likes. Oh, we're popular again. Nah, not me.
To be fair, I am one of those marks, and I just want to say that Logan Paul, for being a part-time wrestler and doing this all in all less than a year, is miles ahead of a lot of people that have been doing this for many, many, many years. So I got to give my props to him for just being athletic and amazing at wrestling. I mean,
oh yeah, he's good. But I mean, if he's going to get the title, he better show up every week. He better, become a full-time wrestler.
Did you see Roman Reigns call out the marks that say, oh, for all those people that say I've been on vacation, Adrian, that said I'm just at home doing nothing. I'm in the lab. Did you see that?
Yeah. No, he's on vacation, bro. He posted a picture on the beach.
Damn. All right, so we get Johnny Gargano versus Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser wins via pinfall. We did get to see some shenanigans from Giovanni Vinci because, of course, Gunther warned them that if something happened, that he would essentially kick them out of Imperium or essentially kill them.
Damn.
Yeah, so, they got the win. And this is the part that we texted about a little bit, Adrian. Becky Lynch runs into Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. And you give us the rundown here because, it makes sense to me, but I talked too much already.
Indy Hartwell basically goes up to Becky Lynch and demands a title shot because she never lost the NXT title. Right? Okay, cool. Becky Lynch should get in line. Adam Pearce books it for next week. Then some other girl, what's her name? I didn't really catch her name. Comes out of nowhere and asks for a title match.
Xia Li.
Oh yeah, Xia Li. She asked for a title match. Becky Lynch accepts, but Xia Li says, oh, it's going to be on my terms.
But Xia Li already was guaranteed the next challenge, correct?
No, the next challenger was supposed to be Tegan Nox.
No, it was Tegan Nox. So, time out. Tegan Nox, but then it was supposed to be another woman, Lyra Valkyrie.
Yeah, her.
But then I saw a promo on SmackDown that Xia Li was going to get the next title shot, but now it's Indy Hartwell. So, the number 5 contender.
So let me get this straight. So they have number 1 contender matches that don't mean shit now. We have the quote unquote draft that was supposed to change the game. Doesn't mean shit now. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I like a fighting champion, but I mean, if you have number 1 contenders already set up, then set up those matches first before you start getting, newcomers in, right? That's the way I see it.
You know what this is going to set up for?
Let me guess. A fatal 5-way?
No, I freaking forgot about this. It's the NXT pay-per-view NXT Deadline. It's that one match where there's like 8 people in the ring, and then it's like the Iron Man match, but whoever's the champion at the end, and then they get inside the penalty box. When is that it's supposed to be December 9th. That's still quite a ways away. I think you can drag this out a little bit by challenging one of them and then shenanigans happening, and then, maybe there's a way you can drag it out. But
bruh, stop.
That's quite a ways away. December 9th, 2 months.
So let me get this straight. Becky Lynch is going to beat all of her opponents, and then randomly they're all going to get a title match? Bruh.
It wouldn't be the first time.
This is a story? Come on, bro.
It's possible, bro. It's possible.
I mean, I know it's possible. With WWE, anything is possible. But, I mean, if she's defeating all of her opponents cleanly, why are they going to get rewarded another title match?
I'm just throwing out my ideas here because they do have that match then, and they need some credible challengers. So maybe, just maybe, this is what they're trying to build to. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So then moving on, we get to see, or we don't get to see, right? We get to see Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler. The interruption happens. We just talked about Zoe Stark and the other women, so we'll skip past that part. The Xia Li part technically happened later, but Becky Lynch also runs into Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
So we see that. And then we come back from commercial. Bronson Reed versus Gunther and a banger of a match, Adrian.
It was a good match.
Dude, WWE's been putting on some good matches in this Intercontinental Championship division lately.
Yeah, it was a good match. I like Gunther. Gunther's a powerhouse. He's undefeated, at least one-on-ones. But yeah, it was good. I prefer to like Chad Gable versus Gunther a lot better, but yeah, this one's still good. The only problem I have with this is WWE does have a pay-per-view coming up in Australia. So does Bronson Reed is gonna get another title match down the road, or are they just gonna squeeze the storyline until then?
I mean, that's the Elimination Chamber. I think they're going to have that match in the Elimination Chamber. Shinsuke, Ricochet, Gunther, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable.
Basically everybody that Gunther's been with, right? All of his opponents?
Yeah, bro.
So they're going to get rewarded another title match?
Yes, right. I mean, it's possible, dude. So that's the thing with these matches. It's like you have to have other contenders, you know, other people that are in the title picture. Or shit, maybe the NXT Women's Championship is going to be in the Elimination Chamber, bro. I have no idea. So maybe we're both right about those things. Moving on, is Akira Tozawa going to be joining the Alpha Academy?
Probably, maybe as a little.
Is he just a fucking just random ass? Is he like in the Funaki position, bro?
Probably. I mainly see him like a Hornswoggle and a Eugene type of character where he just joins factions randomly just to be a joke. Do you remember? I
mean, isn't Otis the joke, bro? I'm so confused. Anyways, moving on. We get the main event here. Hold on a second. I want to talk about this segment here. Gunther's walking backstage. He runs into the rest of Imperium, who give him a round of applause. They tell him that they saw Johnny Gargano walking around backstage, so next week, Vinci better have him stretchered out after the match. So now Johnny Gargano is going to fight Giovanni Vinci, even though he just lost. So this is a reverse. You have to fight everybody in the faction because he lost. But he technically needs to go out and fight everybody in the faction.
Yeah, technically, but we already know Gargano's going to win. He lost his return match against Kaiser. Vinci's still a jobber. He's going to lose. See, this is the thing I'm talking about, man. Like, you're literally fighting the same people over and over in the same faction. People call it a story? Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tag team. DIY is a tag team. So I don't understand what they're feuding with the Intercontinental title for. Who knows? We'll see where this goes. I feel like this is just a placeholder for, once again, something we'll be seeing later in the future. This moves us to the main event that we already talked about. Judgment Day win with the coup de grace from Finn Balor on Jey Uso becoming the new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champion. So that's our Monday Night Raw review. Let's do some previews here. Obviously, NXT is going on right now. Adrian, Lexis King announces that he's going to be making his WWE NXT debut next week at Halloween Havoc.
Ooh, is he gonna be in that tournament, that breakout tournament?
That I didn't see. I just saw that promo that said he's gonna be debuting next week. I don't think he's gonna be in the breakout tournament, but I would love to see him in the breakout tournament. I think this is just a regular match here.
Yeah, he has to be in that tournament. He has to be in that tournament. So wait, so Becky Lynch has the NXT Women's title.
She does.
Why is she only defending the title on Raw?
She defends it on NXT and stuff too.
Oh,
She's been on NXT.
Yeah.
All right, Triggered Army. So let us know what you thought about Monday Night Raw. Let us know on the socials. Give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. We're Triggered Wrestling. All right, so continuing our conversation here on NXT, Trick Williams gets attacked before the fatal four-way match he was added on to. Adrian, is this the Shawn Michaels Triple H storyline again?
I mean, it looks like it. It looks like Shawn Michaels is recycling a lot of his old storylines. I mean, we've seen it before with Gigi Dolan and the other chick when they turn on each other a few months back in NXT. I'm assuming so, but another question I gotta ask. Why is Trick Williams added to this match?
Because that boy's a star, my guy. He's a star. He is an up-and-coming talent. He just lost his NXT North American Championship. So, yeah, why not just...
Wait, he lost it?
Yeah, he lost it. Back to Dom.
Oh, yeah. So he's rewarded a world title shot?
Yeah, bro. Well, technically, a #1 contendership shot.
Oh, okay. But then he got attacked, so...
Yeah, he got attacked. Probably by Carmelo Hayes, but we'll see what happens. Of course, Carmelo Hayes wins the fatal four-way match. So we're going to get Ilya Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes 3.
Oh, but wasn't he the former NXT champion, wasn't he already awarded a rematch clause, though?
Technically he should, right? But apparently over here in NXT and WWE, they're taking some booking ideas from Tony Khan.
Probably.
Just have the person that's already deserving of a rematch to get their title back, throw them in a fatal 4-way to fight for their way to get their rematch, bro. It makes no sense.
Yeah, or maybe they should have gave him like a manager or somebody, or Mike Peace or something, just so they can go up to the booker's office and be like, nah, Trick Williams, I'm gonna make shit happen for my boy. I'm gonna make shit happen for my boy Carmelo Hayes because he needs to be the world champion. Kind of like how Rhea's doing in the main roster. But the thing I have a problem with that is like the former champions are owed a rematch for their championship. So technically Rhea isn't doing shit. I don't know why the marks online are oh shit, Rhea's acting like a true leader. She's making shit happen for her faction. Oh my god, bro, Bro, shut the fuck up.
Wow. She's making them phone calls, my guy. She's been busy on them phones, making the very important calls.
I don't know with who, but...
That's what they said. That's what Damon Priest said.
What WWE has been telling me since the day I started watching, 97, 98, if you're a champion and you lose your title, you're awarded a rematch clause. I don't know what the fuck Rhea's doing, because these former champions are owed a rematch, so... I'm sure it's for storytelling and for the marks out there who like to believe that Rhea's making shit happen for them. Cool. But for the smart podcasters like myself, I know that shit ain't gonna fly with me.
Wow. Well, speaking of being a smart podcaster, one fellow AEW wrestler that has their own podcast, Chris Jericho, had some choice words to say. What? What? You didn't like my segue or what?
No, what you're gonna say.
Oh, yeah. He had some choice words. He said, you can only bring in Cena and Undertaker and Cody Rhodes and everybody else so much because nobody wants to work on their secondary show all the time. And it was a fun little, hey, fuck you, AEW. I didn't even really worry about it. And see, I have this issue because, yes, The Undertaker went out. So is John Cena. So is Cody Rhodes. Giving promos, dude. And Undertaker wasn't even announced. He was rumored. But, I mean... Is John Cena being in the corner of Carmelo Hayes really that much to blow over AEW and what they do?
Yeah, if you pretty much look at what happened on the internet online, hours before the show, even days before the show, a lot of people already started saying that Undertaker was in Orlando for the week. And all these, especially with these NXT up-and-comers, obviously they're going to see, oh, what's John Cena? Whose shoulders is he going to rub on? Or what are they going to do? Are they going to be mentors to these people? Kind of like the old NXT when it was a game show. There was a lot of speculation there, but hey, you're really going to discredit John Cena's entire resume just because he gave a promo? Are you really downplaying that?
I mean, regardless of the fact that he showed up that day,
21-0.
NXT was still clapping cheeks for 2 weeks before this happened.
That's fine. I know they were, but you're really downplaying the undefeated streak of Undertaker and then him losing to Brock Lesnar just by him showing. You're really downplaying his entire history?
Yeah. He didn't do anything. He was just there at the end, bro. I don't think people tuned in just to see The Undertaker or John Cena for this matter. But that is neither here nor there. Let us know what you think in the comments section. So let's talk about AEW Dynamite, Adrian. The show pops off with an immediate match. We got Switchblade versus Penta el Cero Miedo. This is a good match. I actually enjoyed this match. Jay White wins via pinfall with the Blade Runner. Adrian, what'd you think about this match?
Yeah, I like this match, man. It's something that we haven't seen before in AEW. Jay White and Pentagon. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, these all stories are interconnected because we've seen 500 matches between these two or their factions. Nah. I like this match. I like the chop off they had. Penta took off his shirt and was eating them chops. I thought Penta had a good chance to win, but obviously the numbers game came into play. The guns had to interfere, and we got the 1, 2, 3 from Jay White. I like the match, and obviously we're going to see these two in the future, not next week or the week before. We're going to see them in a few months probably in a rematch. But yeah, I like it, and I can't wait to see the rematch.
Didn't this match happen not too long ago, though? Like on Collision? Or am I just tripping? Not that I'm complaining, I feel like I've seen it before.
Nah, I don't think Penta's been on Collision.
Okay. Moving on, we get to see a quick promo, or not really a promo, an interview with Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Renee Paquette, pretty much saying that he hopes to GOD that Juice Robinson wins the Battle Royale, because then it's going to be, the devil to be turning, what did he say? The devil something, but he's going to win. Anyways, point of story being, I'm going to refrain what I was going to say there till the end, Adrian, but what did you think about this promo here with Renee Paquette?
I liked it, man. Especially when the Acclaim came out with Daddy Ass. They want to be in MJF's corner, or they want to be their partners in the Fatal 4-Way, or what was it, 8-man tag match?
8-man tag, yep.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good chemistry. We haven't seen these individuals tag team before. So that's fucking great. I like when we have it first evers in AEW, and that's something we get to see every week, because then he just loses his magic. We haven't seen Max Caster and MJF reenact with each other. We've seen them talk to each other on Twitter and stuff like that, but on the ring and our TVs, no, we haven't seen that yet until, technically this is the second time, but I like it, man. I can't wait for that match. It's gonna be a great fucking match. Especially with Daddy Ass, the antics that he has, the antics that he brings from the Attitude Era, the era that I love, that I'm not gonna complain if I see it in 2023. If I loved it back in the day, best believe your boy's gonna love it in 2023.
And why are you complaining about this whole Shawn Michaels rebooting his own storyline?
Oh, because I don't like Shawn Michaels.
Oh, damn, bro. All right, moving on. We get Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida for not the AEW Women's World Championship. This is a title eliminator, right?
Yeah, the world title, yeah.
Okay, and they build this one as master versus pupil, and Hikaru Shida was not going to lose this match, and she does not lose this match. Adrian, what did you think about this match, which included a nice missile drop kick from Hikaru Shida?
It was great. You know, like you said, teachers versus pupil. I think they already did this before. The same little, teachers versus pupil thing between Shida and Emi Sakura. It was great. As the match was about to start, Excalibur was saying that out of 10 meetings that these women have seen each other in the ring, Emi Sakura has won 8 of them. So that tells me right there that the quick maths is not on Hikaru Shida's favor, but she prevailed and she came out victorious. If Emi Sakura had won, she would have earned a future title shot. It's kind of like in every other wrestling program. Just so happens that AEW has a name for it. And they're gonna most likely stick to it. So I like it. And then Shida's a fighting champion, so let the challengers come in and get them title eliminator matches. If they win, they get a title match. If not, then keep it moving, Shida. Go to your next victim, next opponent.
But yet you have a problem when they do this in WWE? Okay.
I mean, when's the last time Emi Sakura and Shida fought?
Good point. Long time ago. Anyways, moving on. I have issues with this promo, Adrian. We get Renee Paquette now talking with Adam Copeland from earlier in the day. He says that he doesn't know what happened with his career with Christian Cage. He said he wanted to come back to rekindle their tag team and retire together, go off in the wind. Aww. He talked shit about Christian, saying, what would he be doing in Canada working an IT job if he hadn't blazed the trail for him first, right?
Yeah.
And then he says that he doesn't want to fight him. He doesn't want his title, but he just knows that Nick Wayne Luchasaurus are going to leave him high and dry. So Adrian, I feel like he's painting himself to be the heel. Like he's pretty much saying like, oh, if I hadn't, done this first, then what would Christian be doing kind of thing?
Yeah, that can be interpreted in two different things. Like you said, Edge is trying to look like the good guy, but in reality, he's the bad guy. And other people can think that, oh, Edge is actually the good guy in here. So there's a lot of things here into play. This promo I had a lot of questionable things about this promo because it did sound a little suspicious. It can portray Edge as a good guy or as a bad guy. Depends on how you look at it or how you want to build it up. But it's kind of interesting. I don't know if you noticed too, that little quick jab that he keeps referencing, oh, they're going to turn on you, they're going to turn on you. As we know, Judgment Day turned on Edge, the night after he got them their first W? But, the factions always separate. Usually in WWE, always somebody has to turn on somebody. It's like when a faction forms, fans are immediately starting like, oh, who's going to turn on who? Ooh, I want to know if this person's turned on this person. And I think that little jab is kind of overdue. He said it already 3, 4, 5 times, I believe. But yeah, man, I'm still tuning in for this story right here. This is playing out great.
Moving on, we get to see a returning Ryan Nemeth versus Wardlow. And I'm quickly becoming bored of this. I was excited to see Ryan Nemeth, but I knew when Wardlow showed up, this match would be over quicker than it took these guys to get in the ring. Wardlow wins by referee stoppage. But the most important thing here is that Tony Schiavone comes into the ring to have a chat with Wardlow. He asks why he's back, which is a dumb question to ask a wrestler, I feel like. But Wardlow just raises his hand. He shows his wrist tape and it says MJF on there.
Yep. It looks like Wardlow's on a mission right now. It looks like he has some fucking Kill Bill vibes where someone has a little notebook and has his villains' names on it, and he's gonna cross them out after he's done with them. But it turns out his only victim and his only priority right now is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and I'm assuming because he's a world heavyweight champion. So yeah, I mean, MJF has a lot of people on his back, on his target. I mean, in that promo earlier, Kenny Omega were there. So was Samoa Joe in the previous video segments last week, I believe. So yeah, obviously if you're going to be the champion, you're going to have a lot of people target to you. If you're the champion, you're at top of the totem pole, and obviously everybody's going to want that spot. I like it, man. Wardlow's on a mission, and his one mission is to get to Maxwell Jacob Freeman. I like it. But I may not like the way he's winning, because you know me, I kind of hate squash matches, and I fucking love the Hollywood hunk. I mean, I thought he was going to get a minute or two more than Wardlow's previous opponents, but hey, I was happy he got some TV time. Hopefully his brother can come in and help him out down in Ring of Honor. I would actually like Dolph Ziggler to be in Ring of Honor, not AEW, but that's just me.
Wow. Oh man. Moving on, we get an Adam Cole bringing Roderick Strong, another one of those neck strong promos, but this time Adam Cole's had enough. Adam Cole ends up leaving, and the camera just leaves Roderick Strong with the rest of Matt Taven and
The Kingdom?
The Kingdom, yeah. But I don't think, see, that's the thing. I know Matt Taven because his name's memorable. The other guy, Mike Bennett, now that I remember, I mostly know him just as that one chick's husband.
Yeah, I forgot.
Maria Kanellis.
Yeah, wasn't she yelling at him and demeaning him back in Raw?
Back in WWE, bro. But it was ridiculous. But anyways, so at the end here, he says, Roderick Strong he says that there's only one way he's going to be able to get his friend back, and that's by being nice to MJF. So we'll see what happens here. Moving on these promos. But then we get a good match between Kenny Omega versus Kyle Fletcher. And of course, anytime they put Kyle Fletcher and you know he's going to lose, he's going to do the job. They had a good match. I do have an issue with this match, and it's a very minuscule issue, and I know I'm going to get pushback from it, but they do a lot of moves that are like showboating things. Like, I know Kenny Omega does his point and shoot when he does like V triggers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you caught that Kyle Fletcher was doing it in that match too.
Damn, he's taunting his ass.
Taunting his ass, bro.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I was just like, this is excessive pointing at each other, doing the exact same thing. Like Bandito also does it, but Bandito at least is like a fucking cowboy character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that. When you said that, for some reason I thought of that crazy monkey that lives in Chris's closet.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. So they did that, and then Kenny Omega did this neck breaker, brain buster little thing, right?
Ooh,
where like they twist the legs and then they do it, and then in my head I'm like, why did he twist his legs? Like, that move does not make sense to me. Other than let me twist his legs. You could have just done it the regular way, but I guess for visual purposes, it adds something to it. But
yeah.
So I don't know why during this match I just got like those realizations. And then another thing that they did that I really kind of didn't like was Kenny Omega does a kind of like Hurricane Rana kind of thing from the back, right? And he plants him on his head. Then he picks him up, does a power bomb. And then as he's like getting up in position, then he knees him in the face hella fucking hard in a span of 10 seconds. And it's a 2 count. And in my head, I'm like, bruh, you cut up
not a finisher, bro.
So that whole combo, so powerbomb is no longer a finisher. Neither is this fucking backwards Hurricane Rana onto the tip of their head, and neither is a V trigger combo is a 2 count. But the one wing angel, that's the one that's gonna do it. Either way, you guys let us know what you guys think. Is the one wing angel is more a finishing move than that 3-hitter combo, which to me is more visually impressive. But either way, moving on, we get to see Lance Archer make a comeback, beating up a jobber, whoever Barrett Brown is.
Oh, damn, I didn't even get his name.
Yeah, I had to Google it.
I'm glad he's back. I know he's had a lot of not minor issues with little injuries here and there, nothing too serious, which is why he hasn't really kind of pushed anywhere, even in New Japan. Hey, but the man likes to wrestle. I mean, I'm glad he's back, but again, I'm not a fan of these squash matches. I mean, yeah, it was more than 2 minutes, but still, you know, Lance Archer at least can play the giant role and take a bunch of damage to the legs, move slowly, and just make the match a little competitive.
Yeah, that's true. So after this, we get Swerve Strickland and their debut of a new music video. We get to see him and Prince Nana, you know, at a graffiti park in Houston, Texas. I mean, there's not really much to get into. Pretty much, Hangman Page ruins it, and now that's personal beef. essentially, right?
Yep. They made it personal.
Made it personal. Just like Tony Khan with the WWE, bro.
The Twitter warrior.
Twitter warrior, bro. So Sting comes out to announce that after, I don't know how many decades, 5 decades from the 80s, he's got to call it quits. He talks about how he learned things from Hulk Hogan, the crowd boos, but that man, regardless of everything, he's a good wrestler, right? Essentially what he says.
Yeah.
But he's going to retire at AEW Revolution 2024 because his first match in AEW was at Revolution 2021. So who's going to retire him, bro?
I don't know. There's a lot of people. You know, I would have hated if fucking Jericho inserts himself in that match, kind of like how Paul Levesque inserted himself in that WrestleMania match.
With who?
I hated Paul Levesque. With Sting.
Oh.
Levi Stadium. I hated that whole...
Honestly, if somebody was gonna beat Sting, it had to be either The Undertaker or Triple H to teach that motherfucker a lesson for trying to shut down the WWF back in the day.
Nah, it should have been Undertaker or just anybody, not Paul Levesque, especially the way he did it and then had the NWO come out and hug. Like, so you just fucking ruining kayfabe? I guess the marks only complain when it's in AEW, but never when in WWE.
Wow.
But yes, I would hate it if it's Jericho, just like I hated it when it was Paul Levesque. To be honest, I don't know. You know, could he put an up-and-comer like Nick Wayne over?
Watch it be Darby Allin, bro. If it's Darby Allin, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yes, only because they've been teaming together. I mean, if it's in a tag match, I'd be okay with that. I mean, kind of like how the Ric Flair's match went.
And then Nick Wayne comes out, bro, and ends up beating Sting.
Nah, he has a new father figure now, bro. He needs to listen to his father figure now.
I'm dead. So, something that really irked me and triggered me was the Tony Storm's Gone with the Storm promo vignette. RJ City brought it up, and then immediately when it starts, it goes to picture-in-picture, bro. I was fucking pissed, and I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, me neither. See, that's the thing about picture-in-picture. I mean, I know you can still watch wrestling or whatever Sammy does with his flashcards, but when a commercial hits, it's just human nature to just get up and go get snacks, go to the bathroom, you know, do your thing. You know, if you're watching like a movie and you see like just a random scene that, you know, you already know it's gonna be kind of boring or whatever, you get up and get your snacks, put pause, whatever. But yes, I also missed it myself, but technically they're silent films, but at the same time, it's like, you know, motherfuckers gotta go to the bathroom. They gotta go get their snacks and stuff like that. You know, they gotta get refreshments. And I think they need a better time slot for Tony Storm's silent films.
I think so too. And that brings us to the next part, which I also skipped, which was Nick Wayne sitting down with Jim Ross and his mom. And I'm not interested in this, bro. I'm not at all. So, Adrian, if I missed something, please let me know. But I don't think I missed anything because I just saw him yelling at his mom and then she slapped him. And then Christian Cage got there.
See, if you're gonna do a telenovela storyline of BS, Hallmark, soap opera stuff like, you need to do it this exact same way. Actually, no. I hate those telenovela storylines, especially when they happen in WWE. Nick Wayne actually held her own on the mic. They did say she was a musician in the past, so I'm sure she has practice in front of a camera in a live audience. I liked it, but it was still kind of corny, kind of cheesy.
I mean, it's a guy arguing with his mom on TV, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't like when Dominic Mysterio argued with his dad. You're a deadbeat. But yeah, you have his name and his mask and everything.
Okay, that's completely different. At least they're both wrestlers and not fucking barely 18.
Like I said, it was corny, cheesy, probably a little bit more acting, but at the same time, Nick Wayne's mom is not she's not an actress. Nick Wayne is only 18, so the fact that he's already putting in these interviews with the Hall of Famer JR, that has to say something, because JR doesn't do these interviews with just anybody, so that has to mean something. But the aftermath of that, where Darby Allin just jumped both Christian Cage and Nick Wayne when they exit that studio, and he chipped Nick Wayne's tooth. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see. That's why I said if I missed anything, let me know. So he chipped his tooth. Oh, yeah. Fuck, okay.
Yeah, he chipped his tooth. So there's a picture online with like Nick Wayne just with the chipped tooth, kind of like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
I like how you tried doing the best impression of somebody that would talk with that. That's funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious, but obviously Christian Cage, Luchasaurus came into play. But then the Icon Sting came and helped his buddy Darby Allin. So you could say that, oh, the story right there is set for Sting's retirement match. It could, but it's still a long way to go. Revolution is usually around March. It's October now, so it's a good 6 months. I mean, I don't think AEW is going to pull a WWE and stretch the story and just basically have motherfuckers go on vacation and then come back and be like, oh, yeah, the story, let's relive it again. Nah, they don't do that here in AEW.
Wow. What they do have Dynamite Diamond Ring #1 contenders Dynamite. See, this is Dynamite Diamond Ring #1 contenders Dynamite Dozen Battle Royale. Long fucking name. You know what? Before we get to the final two, I want to clap it up for Goldust doing his running Canadian Destroyer.
That was good.
It was good. So, before we get to see that, MJF comes out, pays Goldust some money to do the Shattered Dreams on Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. So it's questionable if he is still Rock Hard at this point in time. But the final two here is Juice Robinson and Max Caster. And that's kind of when everything kind of goes down. MJF gets attacked by Jay White. They ended up kind of low blowing each other. And then that distracted Max Caster. Rock Hard Juice Robinson reaches in his pocket. I thought he's going to get coins, but he pulls out his own diamond ring, puts it on his middle finger, knocks out Max Caster, throws his ass over the top rope and wins here. So MJF gets his wish.
Yep, he gets his wish, and I have a feeling the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass is going to be in Maxwell Jacob Freeman's corner when that match happens, just
Guaranteed.
like the Bang Bang Gang is going to be in Juice Robinson's corner. So yeah, man, I'm liking this. I'm a fan of the Acclaimed since the day they arrived. I know they came as heels. People hated them. I love them. Daddy Ass, again, Attitude Era. DX, the shenanigans he used to do. I used to love him back in the day. I love him now. I'm not going to complain. I like it.
Yep, so that's our AEW Dynamite review. Let's go over spoiler alerts here for AEW Rampage for October 20th. Mystico makes his AEW debut from CMLL. He defeats Rocky Romero in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Apparently, it's a banger. Supposedly, the crowd was super hot for Mystico, but we will see. We also get to see John Silver wins a triple threat match with Kip Sabian and Brother Zay. Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. Can't even fucking say. Wheeler Yuta and Cesaro beat Brian Keith and Exodus Prime in a tag match, and Ruby Soho defeats Sky Blue.
Damn, Sky Blue, man. She's up. She's winning one week. She's losing the other week. She's like on a seesaw. Either she getting the push, she's going down. I like it, man, because right now she's on a transition. So usually if you're transitioning characters, you get that. What did I used to call it? The gimmick push, where you change your gimmick and then you automatically get a push out of nowhere. I like this one.
So you think it's a good push that she is over here losing matches, even though she's got like the different face paint on?
Well, that's the thing, too. That's what I call it, the gimmick push. Because only people who get pushes because they changed their gimmick. And if she's losing matches and winning, doesn't mean she's going to go straight for the title. Because then we know she's going to lose right away. So I'm like that they're building her slowly, you know?
You know who's not getting a gimmick change, but is getting a push here is NWA, because they just signed a TV deal with the CW networks.
No, they signed 2 TV deals. Yeah, one of them was for the reality series showcasing the behind the scenes of NWA, which some could say, some could argue, mainly WWE marks and Cornette marks, they're gonna expose the business. What are they doing? They're really gonna expose the business in 2023? Gonna show their cameras to the world? Gonna show the backstage, what happens in a backstage wrestling promotion to the world in 2023? But guess what? Nobody's barking about that. Why? Because the E-Drones and the Cornette marks only complain when it's AEW. Why? I don't know. We gotta ask them.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody complain about AEW getting their TV deals for All Access, but I'm gonna just take your word for it because I wasn't super focused online about those things.
Yeah. I don't know, it's like kind of like how Eric Bischoff said in a podcast. I forgot what podcast it was, but he says wrestling is the only sport where fans want wrestlers to act the same in the ring and out the ring. And I remember he was saying, "Oh, when you go to the movies, you don't see Anthony Hopkins eating people alive like he does in Silence of the Lambs. So why are you gonna expect the same thing from a wrestler?" It's a questionable thing to say, especially to a wrestling fan, but I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't care if I see Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns having a drink, having a bite. I mean, shit, I like them both. I'm not going to sit here and say, you guys are ruining kayfabe. You guys are exposing the business by sharing a meal together. So the fuck what, do I actually think these people hate each other? No.
I do got an issue with Kenny Omega taking pictures of Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita, though.
He actually took the video.
It was the video?
I don't know what it was, but I think, he was in perfect place for the video, so I'm assuming it was him. That's just my speculation. I don't know if he actually did. But yeah, regarding on who's exposing the business or what's happening backstage, let us know if you're thinking the same thing. If it's a good thing to have reality TV shows, show us what goes on behind the scenes in wrestling shows. Please give us a like, follow, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. We are Triggered Wrestling all over the place. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, On Twitter /X, we are Trig_Wrestling. That is TRIGG_WRESTLING. So yeah, guys, hit us up with the comment section, and most importantly, stay triggered.
Bang, bang.